Alright students, so we are moving on to the planning process. Whenever the word process is there, it means a series of steps, a sequence, right? So you have to always remember one thing as far as the process is concerned, that everything should go in a sequence. You cannot change the sequence of these steps. It has to be followed in the same way as I have mentioned here. So the very first step in the planning process is setting up of objective. Objective means the aim, the target, the goals, right? So आप प्लान किसके लिए कर रहे हो? जो भी मकसद है, जो भी एम है, उसको सेटअप करना इज द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग. दैट मीन्स कि जो भी आपके ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं, दे शुड बी वेरी क्लियर, दे शुड बी वेरी वेरी प्रिसाइज, दे शुड बी वेरी एक्यूरेट, राइट? After that, the next is developing premises. Developing premises means making the assumptions. See, when you are making the plans, you are basically doing something about the future which you don't know. So you have to have certain assumptions, right? So you have to develop the assumptions on the basis of which the complete planning is going to be made. Then listing the various alternatives for achieving the objective. See, किसी भी काम को achieve करने के लिए एक से ज़्यादा methods होते हैं या एक से ज़्यादा options available होते हैं. So what we have to do here is जितने भी options हमारे पास available हैं टास्क को अचीव करने के लिए, उन सबको हमें लिस्ट डाउन करना है. आफ्टर दैट द नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज ये जितने भी ऑल्टरनेटिव्स हमने लिस्ट डाउन करे हैं, अब हमें इवैल्यूएट करना है. इवैल्यूएशन इज टेकिंग आउट देयर पॉजिटिव एंड देयर नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स, राइट? कि किस ऑल्टरनेटिव में कितना पॉजिटिव है, कितना नेगेटिव स्कोप है, एवरीथिंग नीड्स टू बी लिस्टेड डाउन. एंड आफ्टर दैट वी हैव टू सेलेक्ट द वन ऑल्टरनेटिव व्हिच इज विद द पॉजिटिव, more of the positive aspects and less of the negative aspects. और we can say that कि अगर एक ऑप्शन नहीं है सही तो हम combination of options ले सकते हैं. And then finally we have to put the plan into the action. We have to finally, whatever we have done, the paperwork that needs to be put into the action so that we can see that how successful we have been. And just putting the plan into action is not enough. We have to follow up also. Follow up is simply like checking कि जैसा सोचा था सब कुछ वैसा ही जा रहा है ना. लाइक अगर कुछ भी चेंजेस हुए हैं तो उन चेंजेस को यू हैव टू इम्प्लीमेंट इनटू योर प्लान, यू हैव टू ब्रिंग देम इनटू योर प्लान. सो यू हैव टू मेक द नेसेसरी चेंजेस सो दैट इट कोप अप विद द चेंज रिक्वायरमेंट. So these are what the planning process is all about, and it should always follow in a complete flowchart pattern as I told you. You cannot interchange the sequence. That's the most important thing. Many a time we get a case study from the topic where they just give you a case study and they ask you to identify the step they have discussed in that particular case study, and then they ask you to tell the 2 further steps of this planning process. So this way you should know the headings of all of them in a proper sequence. Sequence should not be changed. That's all for this.